comment, please approach the podium at this time. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes each, and additionally, you must state your name and city of residence before providing your remarks. Is there anybody in the room wishing to make public comment at this time? Okay, not seeing anybody approach the podium, we will now open the meeting for virtual public comment. We've received 7 pre-registered virtual public comments for today's meeting. For those of you who have pre-registered, I will call your name and the last 4 digits of your phone number to signal your turn to speak. Once prompted, you must use the raise hand function, and I will prompt you to unmute your microphone. With that, we'll begin with our first pre-registered virtual public comment for today. I have a Faye Nemmer with a phone number ending in 2229.
Good morning. Are you able to hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you. Please proceed with your public comment.
Good morning, Chair Quentin Messer and the rest of the MSF leadership. I'm commenting today. I would like to urge the Michigan Strategic Fund leadership to attend and support. We are holding the first of its kind Pitch MENA event on November 1st, and to also urge the respective agencies to attend and support as well. The reason I'm commenting, you've probably heard a lot of pitch events around the state, to spur economic development activity around the state. But this is the first time that we actually bring this to our community to make sure that we're elevating, empowering, and uplifting the talent and innovation in our community. And this is in line with the Michigan Strategic Fund's mission of continuing to help fuel new economic activity across the state, and to strengthen communities and to support business development, community development, and talent enhancement. So I wanted to extend the invite to the leadership and to ensure that there's support from the varying agencies. This is a critical convening for our community, and we hope to continue to cultivate those talents and those innovative capabilities of the Middle Eastern and North African startup communities. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. We'll now move on to our next pre-registered virtual public comment. I have a Richard Lindsay with a phone number ending in 5905. Don't see Richard on the line this morning, so we'll move on to Brandy Sweet with a phone number ending in 1458.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please proceed.
My name is Brandy Sweet from Green Charter Township, where the said EV battery factory Goshen is coming. I'd like to say at the last executive committee meeting, I was quickly, cut off from my public comment when usually people are given time to summarize, but I guess that's only people that are in support of what you're doing. My ending comment was that here with Goshen, the CCP aspect has been getting a lot of attention and, headlines, but I would like the MEDC to get ready because all of that attention is quickly switching to who is really to blame, and that's part the MEDC and this MSF board. And it's not only the CCP aspect, it is very much so our environment, and you have no care for the environment with what you're funding with our taxpayer dollars. I'd also like to go on to, at that meeting, Quentin Messer stated that economic development is under, extra scrutiny right now. And maybe you guys need to ask yourself why that is. You're not following your own criteria for local community support, environmental contamination. These things aren't happening. That's why you're having the scrutiny you are. That's why you have to come up with project pet names, as in Project Elephant, Project Grit, Coming to Mundy, all of these quick little backdoor deals and shady things that you're doing. That's why you're having the backlash that you are. It's time to realize that. Quentin Messer also let his new little board members know that if there's any issues or anything that arises, to email him and he'll quickly handle it for them. Well, he doesn't respond to residents that have concerns and questions about the developments that you're pushing onto our communities. why can he respond to them and respond to media for them, and he can't respond to local residents? There's plenty of emails I've sent personally, and I know other people are, that have just been ghosted from him. He doesn't even put one of you other minions on it to reply. Also, I've wondered, for following these meetings for the past year, why nobody on the board ever asked questions. Well, that last executive meeting showed that too. Mayor Bobby Hopewell asked a question about Project Grit, and he was quickly shunned, demeaned, made to feel stupid. From Messer comes, grabs the mic, takes it away, and controls the entire situation and tells him he will follow up with Crane's articles. Why can't this be open discussion? Isn't this an open meeting? What is with this backdoor stuff? It's disgusting. Michigan is wakening up to it more and more every day. So I'd ask you all to please start considering your own criteria and the residents of Michigan and what is actually wanted. Green energy, clean energy is not what it's saying it is. It's nothing but greed. Greed energy.
Thank you, Ms. Sweet. We appreciate your remarks this morning. We will now move on to Susan Mosey with the phone number ending in 5840. Susan, I see you on the line. You should be able to unmute your microphone.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Please proceed.
Hello, my name is Sue Mosey. I'm the former long-term director of Midtown Detroit Inc., and I'm the current director of the newly established Detroit Cultural Center Association. I'm happy to join you today to support the Fisher 21 project for the Milwaukee Junction District, which is now seeing some real momentum. The timing of this investment could not be better. Already, since this project was announced, a number of high-impact sustainability projects on adjacent land and sites have already been announced. Many developers have expressed that renovation of this large scale sort of looming vacant property was key to their decision to also make investments in this part of the Woodward corridor. The residential occupancies here now, although they dipped during COVID due to online classes and a lot of remote work, have now bounced back to 95% overall. And in the new construction and historic renovation projects, they're really running about 98%. These are the most desirable types of real estate developments in the corridor. They typically are more amenity rich, and they are attracting a lot of workforce and young professionals to our districts here, which are critical to keeping the revitalization going down here. So I'm really hoping that the Strategic Fund Board will continue your support for these types of critical investments up and down the Woodward corridor, both the new center, Milwaukee Junction, and Midtown. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sue. Appreciate your public comment this morning. We'll now move on to Clark Lewis with a phone number ending in 9365.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please proceed with your public comment.
All right, thank you. I'm Clark Lewis, Director of Urban Investments at Reddico, and I'm a partner in a neighboring property at Paquette Flats. Another project you had also supported about 18 months ago. I just wanted to also voice support for the Fisher 21 project. More and more as vacant properties become redeveloped in this Milwaukee Junction neighborhood, specifically on Paquette, I think it's gonna raise the tide of everything in the area. And what they're doing in terms of remediating, environmental issues, securing a project that's been derelict for years, is really earns quite a bit of merit. And having almost completed Paquette Flats, we're excited to support and see additional buildings redeveloped within this district. And again, just want to thank the MSF board for their continued support on these brownfield redevelopments and multifamily housing projects in Detroit. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll now move on to Lamar Grace with the phone number ending in 6103. I do not see Lamar Grace on the call this morning. So with that, we will move to our final pre-registered virtual public comment for today. We've got Warren Emerson with the phone number